All right, we're going to read Stinky, Moody, and Master of Disguise. Judy, Moody, and Friends. Everyone's favorite Moody third grader is now starring in an all-new series just right for the newly independent readers. All right. Okay, so they said, look up, look out. A comet is coming. A comet is coming. Stink can't wait to lay eyes on the P-2015, also known as the Sherman-Holmes Comet. Then news of a meteorite hitting Russia reaches Stink. Suddenly he's feeling squeamish about close encounters of the outer space kind. Time for the fearless asteroid boy to save the Earth from the disaster. With Judy as his co-pilot, Asteroid Boy bravely explores deep space right from his backyard. From Megan McDonald comes a Judy Moody story just right for newly independent readers. Judy Moody and Stink fans will love stargazing with Stink. There he is. All right, let's get to it. Sherlock Holmes Comet. Judy and Stink were sleeping out in the backyard. Judy and Stink were stargazing. Judy and Stink were searching the sky for Comet P-2015, the Sherman-Holmes Comet. Stink called it the Sherlock Holmes Comet. The night sky looked like the Starry Night painting, but only better. There he is looking out at the sky at the top. No blinking, Stink, said Judy. A comet is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. No way would you want to miss it. Stink tried not to blink, but thinking about blinking just made him blinker. Sure it's dark out there, said Stink. That's because it's a nighttime, Stink. Sure it's quiet out there, said Stink. That's because it's a nighttime. It's nighttime. Look. Judy pointed to a band of stars that looked like a giant brushstroke across the sky. That's the Milky Way, said Judy. Hey, there's a Big Dipper and a Little Dipper and the Medium Dipper, and there's Winekin. And Nod, said Judy. For real, ass Stink, gotcha, said Judy, laughing herself silly. It was dark for a long time. It was quiet for a long time. That's what their sky is looking like. They should call this star waiting, said Stink. Good things come to those who wait, said Stink. Okay, so that ketchup bottle, Mom and Dad, while he waited, Stink dumped out his backpack. Star book, star map, star finder, flashlight, toilet paper, tube, telescope, and my star talker. He's emptying his backpack, as you can see. Stink pressed a button. The full moon in March is called a worm moon. Stink pressed the button again. A star in Draco. The dragon was used by ancient Egyptians to build pyramids. Stink pressed the button again. The full moon in March is called a worm moon. Stink pressed the button again. The full moon in March is called a worm moon. Judy put her hands over her ears. Make that thing stop. All you need for stargazing is your eyes, Stink, and a little P and Q. Peace and quiet. All right. Stink opened the big head book of stars. Stink held his star map up to the sky. He turned it this way and that. Judy watched the twinkling stars in the velvet sky and waited. Stink spun her star finder to August. Stink squinted one eye and looked through his toilet paper tube telescope. Stink studied his star map. He found the Eagle, Pegasus, and Draco on the map. And there he is right there. And we're reading Stink, Moody, and Master of Disaster. Judy studied the night sky. She found the swan, the tail of Scorpius, and the summer triangle in the sky. Then she saw a flash of light. A giant ball of fire streaked across the inky sky faster than a wink, faster than a blink. Judy jumped up. Stink, did you see that? Stink looked up from his map. See what? She's pointing right there, asking him if he saw what she's talking about, that comet right there. The comet, I think Sherlock Holmes just flew across the sky. Missed it, Stink wailed. Wait, what did it look like? Like a red, hot, freaky fireball streaking across the sky, like 4th of July fireworks, like 5,000 shooting stars. No way. Did you see a comet? Said Stink. Comets are made of ice, not fire. They don't streak across the sky, and a comet has a tail. Did it have a tail? Judy shrugged. It was probably just a shooting star, a meteor, or a fireball, or a supernova, or a USO. That's what she teased. There he is. Whatever it was, maybe it'll go by again, Stink said. Hopefully it will, said Judy. In about 100 years. 100 years? I can't wait till I'm 107, Judy got an ideal. Stink, I know how you can see a comet. She crawled inside the TP Club tent. Don't come in until I say so. Stink waited for what felt like 107 years. Can I come in yet? Not yet, Stink itched and scratched and waited. Now? Not yet. How about now? No. Did you know the full moon in March is called a worm moon? Stink asked. Silence. There sure is a lot of peace and quiet out here, said Stink. You can come in now, said Judy. There he is outside. Finally, Stink crawled into the tent. The inside was covered with stars, glow-in-the-dark stars. Wow, Stink gazed up at his small sky. There's a Big Dipper and a Little Dipper, even the Medium Dipper. Judy pointed to a 3-star cluster and nodded. That's not all, said Judy. She turned on not one but 2 flashlights. One made a fuzzy ball on the tent sky. She held the other flashlight at an angle to make a tail. It's a comet, said Stink. And we're reading Stink, Moody, and a Master in Disguise. When Judy's arm got tired, she turned off the flashlights and crawled inside her sleeping bag. Show's over. I'm going to bed. I didn't get to see a real comet, said Stink, but I got the next best thing. My own private galaxy, said Judy. Stink opened the tent flap to peek at the real sky one last time. The stars twinkled like glitter. All of a sudden, a star streaked across the sky. And look, that's where the star went right across. A shooting star, said Stink. I saw one, for real. Make a wish, mumbled Judy. Stink closed his eyes and made a wish. That night, Stink and Judy went to the land of Nod under the winking, blinking stars. If Stink's wish comes true, they would be doing the exact same thing another 100 years. Which means they are really enjoying themselves. Master of Disaster. Stink raced home from Saturday Science Club. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Judy looked up from her ant habitat. Slow down, Chicken Little, said Judy. What are you saying? The asteroids are coming. The asteroids are coming. I just found out that a giant meteorite landed in Russia. No lie, and an even bigger one might be headed for Earth. He's worried, as you can see. Don't worry, said Stink. Dad says tons of space junk hits Earth every day. Don't worry. Tell that to the dinosaurs. There could be a rock out there with your name on it. It could be a speeding towards Earth right now, going 60 miles per second. Okay, so then he watched Judy dig a tunnel. How can you think about ants at a time like this, Stink cried. In any minute you could be squashed like a pancake, down to the size of an ant. Stink put on his bike helmet, water wing, and knee pads. He made himself an aluminum foil cap. Asteroid Boy, protect Earth and killer asteroids. Then he got a flashlight and carried it out, and he left his basement. Mom and Dad, called Judy. Stink just moved into the basement. He hates the basement, Mom said. Tons of space and junk hits Earth every day, Dad said. Then he said he'll change his mind as soon as it gets dark. That's what his dad said about Stink being in the basement. All right, Judy and the mouse, the cat, tiptoed down the stairs to the stinky basement. All right, did you hear that? They're basically they're hearing noise in the basement. Did you hear that? Said Stink. A space storm, a washing machine. It's here, Stink cried. The asteroid has landed. That was Dad doing dishes again. That's what Judy said. Do you feel hot, Stink asked. I feel hot. Just then the lights went out. The basement went dark as the eclipse. Then they said, Stink, I think you're the asteroid. You have too much stuff plugged in down there. They're trying to explain all the noise that they've been hearing. Okay, so they got an envelope in the mail. Stink said, is it for me? Judy said, is it for me? But it has my name on it, said Stink. So it's Stink's. All right. It looks like Stink is in school and he's been writing. And there we go. Look at some of these pictures. Kind of a interesting book. All right, so it ends like this. All right, they're off looking at the stars, you know. And that is the end. Bye.